So I think if you're not vaccinated, and you could be, then the chances of you booking a ticket at a sporting event, going to a pub, going to all manner of different places will be very, very limited.
This small country store behind me with a customary crowd of idlers on the front porch, or stoop.
Imagine a world where you have no control over your life. Your identity is chosen by other people, and if you speak out, you run the risk of being tortured. Well, that world was a reality for more than 40 years during apartheid.
I find it impossible to look at the world now and not conclude that the West is firmly in the grip not of a virus, but of delusional madness. Among much else, that virus seems to have made people blind to the madness that should otherwise have been obvious to all. So much madness is evident, in fact, it's hard to know which way to look to see the worst of it. I'll start with the madness, a plan that I consider madness anyway, that scares me most. Health Secretary Sajid Javid has told the NHS to prepare to give COVID-19 vaccine injections to children over 12. There's talk as well, terrifying to me, inexplicable and appalling to my mind, of setting aside parental consent for that medical procedure. I say this is worse than madness, that it is wickedly wrong. Over and above the safety or not, the efficacy or not of experimental injections rolled out under the terms of emergency use authorisation and for which we have no long-term data, I am scared to the pit of my stomach by any government that seeks to come between parent and child. Any competent adult wanting the vaccine should go ahead, absolutely, 100%, no question. I am not in the business of telling anyone what to do or not to do with their own body. To each his own and all that. But in the only world that makes sense to me, parents decide what does and does not happen to their children, to their flesh and blood. Governments, if they know what's good for them, stay the hell away from law-abiding parents and their kids. Down through history, one totalitarian regime after another, one ideology after another, has identified the family as the fundamental building block of society, and thereby the most stubborn stumbling block on the road to establishing their brave new worlds. Those ideologies and regimes that seek total control over the lives of populations always seek to undermine the family. Give me the child until he's 7, as the saying goes, and I will show you the man. As I say, I call that madness, wickedness, and I say that it scares me the most. He said empires fall not just to barbarians and other external enemies, but on account of exhaustion and loss of confidence within. Clarke warned of the feeling of hopelessness which can overtake people, even with a high degree of material prosperity. More than money and houses and cars and smartphones and foreign holidays, people need confidence in the society in which they live. They need to know, to understand and believe in that society's philosophy and laws. They need to believe and trust in something. But how are we to trust and to believe so much that makes no sense whatever, or at least no sense to me? I say it's not a virus that will be our undoing. We will be undone, are being undone right now by madness. So many of us know that what's happening is wrong and leads to a dark place. Yes, we are shouted down for saying so, but that's not the excuse to be quiet. On the contrary, that must be the inspiration to speak. We will fix this. We can fix this if enough of us simply stand up and say we know it's madness and that we're not going to take it anymore.